SD-WAN, is it the answer to your need for speed? What do you do with SD-WAN? Do you replace your current firewalls? Do you add it to your current firewalls? Does it just use one internet connection at a time? Can you sandwich internet connections together? Do you have to use fiber? Can you put together inexpensive coax internet connections? That's what we're going to find out. We've been promised the moon with SD-WAN, and what we've put together for you today, though, is a production environment where we're going to test an SD-WAN box to start to see exactly what it delivers to real businesses and to determine if it's worth the cost. So to show you how we've got this set up today, I will show you what we have. We have a we're going to show you an FTP transfer, all right, and we're also have a VoIP phone going. I've actually got a real VoIP call going. It's BBC, but it's a real VoIP call, and I've got two Comcast internet connections. They're 150 by 20, so it's not the fiber, it's just the inexpensive coax. We're going to try to sandwich them together. And then our SD-WAN contender today is the Velocloud. A lot of companies are settling on the Velocloud, so we're going to take it for a spin and show you what it does. So the first thing that we're going to do is we've already showed you that we have a VoIP call going. Now I agree it's only one VoIP call, but it is a VoIP call, all right? And then we're going to launch an FTP. Well, first of all, we've currently got both modems connected to the SD-WAN box, and we'll show you how the monitor looks. All right, so this is Comcast cable. This is the one with IP 173 dot, and this is the other Comcast modem with 96 dot. All right, so you can see that the traffic is currently spread over two of them. A little bit of traffic shaping. All right, so 200K over here, 200K over there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull the connection, so we're going to start with just one, and you can see that even when I pull the connection, it doesn't affect the all right, so right here you can see that we've lost Comcast 173 dot. But we did not lose our phone call. I'll turn that off for a second. And you can see we're measuring average throughput right here. And as soon as I drop that connection, you stop seeing any throughput on this Comcast, and then it all moved over here. All right, so you can see that it bounces back and forth. If you lose one connection, all the traffic moves over to the other one. All right, and again, we didn't lose our phone call when it moved. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually launch an FTP transfer, and so that's, I mean, phone calls are 100K. So what? Let's go ahead and take a 16 gig upload and see what that does to our connection. All right. Now you can see it started, and we're getting a throughput of 2.8 megabytes per second. Now you multiply that times 8, because there's 8 bits in a byte, and go back over here, and you'll see that we are in fact getting 20, almost 24, almost 25 megs. Now this one coax modem that we have over here, the one that's doing all the heavy lifting, the 96 dot, it's 150 over 20. Actually, they're both 150s over 20. So Comcast is hooking us up. We're buying 20 upload, and we're getting, you know, almost 24, almost 25. All right, so let's look at our throughput, 2.8 megabytes, it's going to take me hour and 35 minutes to continue to upload this file. Now let's listen to our call. Call still sounds great. Okay, so the promise.
And this has happened before. Yeah, because we've seen in other major disasters in the U.S., there have been these coordinated campaigns.
So you can see that even though we're crushing it, we're maxing out this one modem. Unlike a firewall, firewalls tend to hold back a little bit, but the SD-WAN boxes do dynamic allocation. So they just keep whatever is bare needed for a good, great phone call, and they give it all the rest to the upload. So we're really crushing it here. We are getting, 24 megs upload, but we still have awesome phone calls. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually restore the one modem. Okay, you can see I actually literally I unplugged it here, and now I'm going to plug it back in, and there we go. I've plugged it back in, and we should see the other modem restore. And we have. So you can see right up here we got a green, all right, and now we're still uploading at 24 megs on the one, and now we've added 20 more megs over here, and you'll see that our throughput is actually climbing. All right, now this is, I believe, this 3.2 is a average since the beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stop this for a second. Here you can see that you're getting 24 megs over here, almost 25, and 23 megs over here. Just to show you that we've got it all, I'm going to stop this. Okay. And then we go back and you can see there's no throughput. And now I'm going to go ahead and start it again. And let's see what we get up to. All the way up to 5.2, and it'll probably settle down. All right, let's go back here. So we've got, and again, we're maxing out both connections. So what the SD-WAN is able to do, unlike a firewall, is you can combine two connections, all right, and use them on a single file transfer, because it's not unusual in traffic shaping to where if you've got multiple uploads of separate files, it'll do, file A up path 1, file B up path 2, and back and forth and back and forth. But the promise of SD-WAN is if you just got one gargantuan file, which is what we're doing, we've got a 16 gig file, and you can see that it is uploading at 5.3 megabytes. You multiply that times 8. You multiply that times 8, and we're getting 42.4 megabytes per second upload. All right, so that is indeed crushing it. So SD-WAN, it appears to deliver the dream where you can upload a single file up 2 paths and combine those paths. All right, and that is without, again, sacrificing your voice quality. Okay, so if this is the sort of thing you're looking for, you need to talk to your managed services provider and ask them which SD-WAN box is for you. Now, one thing I do want to say about our test here is you will see that there is there's no firewall here. I have removed the firewall. Now I've talked to the SD-WAN Velocloud distributor, and they said currently it comes with a basic firewall, but if you need a unified threat management, UTM, you still need to put a UTM firewall in front of it, and that may take a little bit of overhead. but Velocloud is saying that by the fourth quarter of this year, they are going to be fully integrated with FortiGate, so you can either get a FortiGate firewall with your with the Velocloud SD-WAN software license inside it, or conversely, you can get a Velocloud box with the FortiGate licensing in it. So you can stick with just one box. You don't need to double up. We need to double up between now and the time they roll it out. But by the end of the year, you should be able to get your UTM firewall and your SD-WAN box all in one. And that's what we have today. So if you'd like us to test out your SD-WAN box, be sure to give us a call. We'd love to test it out and compare it to the Velocloud, which today we're pretty happy with. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you here was if you want to see all of your combined upload, you hit this Transport Groups tab. And that shows you indeed you're getting almost 50 megs with the combination. And let's see if there's anything else interesting I should show you. Oh, here's one other interesting tab is the QoE, quality of excellence or something. But what it does is it shows you over the past 60 minutes or however period you want to see how well the different connections have been performing using some secret sauce formula. You can see that there's a little bit of packet loss some time back, but what they tell you is that the Velocloud has this enhancement where we take two connections, coax connections that may not be perfect. They add some special sauce up there in the cloud and deliver a pretty good experience. So again, thanks for watching, and send us your questions.